One day, as Adamma was seated on a chair in her room, scrolling through Instagram, having fun, she saw an advertisement. The name of the Instagram page running the advertisement was W&D Hairs. Adamma have always wanted to buy a bone straight. Their video was so captivating, she couldn't stop herself from clicking on the ads. But, unknown to her, death was knocking on her door. The evil Instagram hair vendor used free gifts to lure women to buy her wig. Her prices were so cheap, her free gifts so appealing. Adamma went ahead to buy a wooden saving box where she puts 600 Nigerian naira every day. In the next 25 days, she was able to save up the money and she placed the order. "Hello, Miss Adamma. Your package just arrived. Come and pick it up at our park." This was the voice of the driver who worked with W&D Hairs. Adamma quickly wore her clothes and rushed to receive her package. But the first bus she entered spoiled on the way. The second one ran out of petrol. These were all signs, but Adamma didn't understand. She continued her journey. When she reached the busy park, she went to the driver that called her. She took the hairs from the driver and opened it, but she was very surprised. The hair was far more silky than her imaginations, so soft. Just touching the hair felt great. Adamma was overjoyed. She can't wait to show her friends her new wig. But just before she left, the driver said something that got her worried. "Don't wear the wig until you enter your room." This was the instruction from the hair vendor. The driver said to her with a very serious face. Adamma couldn't understand why the hair vendor had such rules. Why would it matter where I wear the hair? Adamma asked herself. But she didn't care much. The joy of owning a new wig made her forget about the rules. Immediately she entered her room, she wore the wig. Adamma jumped up and down as the hair bounced on her back freely. She checked the mirror to see how beautiful the hair looked on her. "Wow, this is very beautiful. I can't believe I got it for 15,000 naira," she said to herself. Adamma didn't remove the hair from her head. She wore it and walked around the neighborhood to show her age grace that she is now a bone straight owner. But unknown to Adamma, she had gotten herself into a pit of no return. It was 12 o'clock midnight. The moon smiled as the cool breeze chilled the earth. Adamma lied on her cozy bed comfortably, just like a baby, her ceiling fan rotating above her head. Suddenly, a strange voice was heard. "Return it now! Return it now! Return it now!" At first, Adamma thought it was a dream when she woke up, but the sound wouldn't stop. Adamma became so scared, her heart beating like a drum. She watched in fear as everything in her room scattered on their own. She couldn't understand what was going on. She held her pillow in fear, shaking like someone that had fever, as goosebumps filled her body like rashes. Few minutes later, the voice stopped. Adamma couldn't fall asleep again. She checked the clock again and again. She couldn't wait for the cock to crow. She dragged for the morning to reach. Immediately it was 5 a.m. Adamma carried some of her belongings and the new wig and rushed out of the house to stay with her friend Juliet. She thought the strange voice she was hearing would stop if she stayed with her friend Juliet, but unknown to her, she carried her source of problem to her friend's house. Immediately Juliet, Adamma's friend, saw the hair, she didn't feel comfortable. "I don't know why, but I don't feel comfortable touching these hairs," Juliet thought to herself. Adamma and her friend Juliet chatted the whole day. She told her about her last night's experience. Juliet told her that voice wasn't ordinary. Juliet advised Adamma to pray, but Adamma didn't listen to her friend. After eating, Juliet prayed and went to bed, but Adamma didn't join her. She was engrossed with the Bollywood movie she was watching. She was enjoying her popcorn as she watched the movie. She didn't notice when she watched the TV till 12 midnight. Immediately it was 12 midnight, Adamma was surprised when she saw a snake appear on the TV. At first, she thought it was part of the movie she was watching, but fear gripped her when a strange voice started echoing. It was similar to the voice she heard the previous night, but this time it was saying something different. "Return my wig! Return my wig! Return my wig!" Adamma watched in fear as the new wig she bought, which was on the chair, slowly turned into a big snake. The snake moved towards Adamma. She tried to touch Juliet, but she couldn't. She tried shouting, but only air came out of her mouth. Immediately the snake reached Adamma's position. The snake swallowed Adamma and disappeared. Adamma slowly opened her eyes, only to see herself in front of a woman who was a half-human and a half-snake. Her name was Ugiri, an evil human snake that used wig to initiate girls into her kingdom. She kills the girls and uses their blood to renew her power. She used free gifts to lure them to buy her wig. The creature Adamma saw in front of her was very scary. It sent chills down her spine. A human snake. Her eyes, her nails, her hairs, and her snake body made Adamma speechless for 20 minutes. She thought it was a dream. She tried to move, but she couldn't feel her hands and legs. Ha 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 ha! Ojilo, the evil Instagram hair vendor, laughed. "Please, ma, don't kill me. Please, I'm begging you," she cried. "There is no return. You can't wear W&D hairs and survive. Do you know what W&D stands for? Wear and die," Ojilo said sarcastically. Adamma cried so much. She regretted her actions. Only if she listened to Juliet, she wouldn't have been there. She had only watched this in movies. Now it was happening to her in real life. "My goal is to take the lives of 200 women and become the supreme queen goddess. I have gotten 199 so far from the hair promo, and you are the last to complete them." "Ha ha ha," Ojilo said as she laughed. Juliet suddenly woke up, looked around the room, but didn't see her friend Adamma. It was 3 a.m. in the morning. She was sure Adamma won't leave the house that early, that too without her phone. Suddenly, she remembered the wig. She looked around, but didn't see the wig. She knew something was amiss. She was already having strange feelings about the hair. Immediately, she knelt down and started praying. She prayed so much. Juliet was raised in a family that believed in the Almighty and worshipped Him. She knew prayer could destroy any evil. In the evil room, Ojilo was seen holding the calabash as she looked at the helpless girls in her captivity. She was about to kill them just before the thunder struck. The thunderstorm was so powerful, Ojilo couldn't withstand it. She fell on the ground. Immediately, her charms left the girls, and they all saw themselves in their various rooms. Julia's prayer was answered. She saved her friend and other girls from the clutches of the evil Instagram hair vendor. Adamma learned how powerful prayer was and never joked with it. Dear viewers, please, before you order anything online, check reviews from people that bought at least a month ago. Don't be swept away by cheap prices. It might be fake or you might have a bigger price to pay. And most importantly, Adamma's story have taught us the importance of praying. Pray before you use or wear anything, regardless of whom you purchased it from. This is my first video on this channel. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel for more educative stories like this. Let me know in the comment section what you learned from this story and where you're watching from.